Milo's thing will look at either doing the Leviathan or the Seer and the Sage.
Yeah, I hope
Which
so.
is the mountain lady or mountain husband that hasn't replied?
It's actually a couple. The Seer is the husband and the Sage is the wife.
Oh.
Cool.
All right. So the party goes, knocks on Milo's door, and excited that you guys are accepting the quest, he eagerly begins walking you guys toward the D&D tavern. As you guys get closer, he kind of motions for you guys to be quiet and get down and sneaks around the back way behind the building where a young human is sitting. And he waves at him and goes, "Hi, Finn." And Finn waves. "Hey, Milo, is this the group?" And he nods and points to y'all and says, "They're the ones taking the mission." And Finn looks at the group and looks around kind of cautiously. He's standing next to this, what looks like a cliff wall behind the building of the D&D tavern. He's wearing an emblem of the Delvers Guild. He appears to be a low-ranking member of the Delvers Guild. Looking around, he pushes in a small stone on that cliff face, and the stones begin kind of folding in on each other, exposing this somewhat small, about 5 foot tall, 2.5 foot, 3 foot wide opening in the stone, which leads to a dark corridor, hard to see past maybe 20 feet or so. And the gnome stutters his way through the information that the Delvers recently found, a group of Delvers, not the Delvers Guild as a whole, recently found this entrance to the dungeon, whereas before they had thought that only the entrance inside the D&D tavern was viable. This one takes you directly to the first, second, third floor. There's no gambling or anything like that about it. And by the look on Finn's face, it appears that the Delvers haven't released this information to the public, or that only him and a few Delvers know about it, and they haven't reported it back to the actual head of the Delvers Guild. Either way, they're looking around eagerly waiting for you guys to enter so that he can close the door back up. Just knock hard on the stone when you're back. I'll let you out, okay?
Yeah.
Does the group proceed?
Do we have a scroll returning?
I don't think you do.
So I'm suddenly having flashbacks.
Also, Michael, this is the wrong calamity.
Ah, oh. Whatever.
It matters.
Should we prepare and go?
Oh, I didn't DM the one item I... Besides, of course, re-stockpiling my coffee.
So my question is that because we weren't planning on going back to the dungeon, or at least I wasn't, we don't have a chance to buy anything like a scroll of returning?
Well, it's been 5 days.
Yeah, you would have had time to shop. You would just have to have told me what you were wanting to buy.
Right, but I sent you my whole thing.
Yeah, you were chilling. You weren't shopping.
Yeah, I did. But I didn't that's what I'm saying. I bought things for my journey to the mountain. I didn't buy anything for the dungeon. Do we have a moment that we can shop before we go through the thing? Because this was not the quest I thought I was taking.
Right.
Okay.
Well, if you'd like, you can head back and go into the D&D tavern and pick up a scroll of returning if you'd like.
Have we gotten any money? Like monthly money yet?
Yeah, we
Monthly
were
money?
saved.
No. Next week you will be getting monthly money.
But we. Let me scroll up in the chat.
Scroll of Returning is 1,250 credits.
Oh crap! I don't know if I've got that.
I think you got that just in earnings from your bet.
As you guys are sitting there discussing it, Milo kind of frowns at you guys. Weren't you the ones that went rather deep and came back from the dungeon?
We sure did.
Well, this is only the first floor. You'll be fine.
I mean, I'm convinced.
It's a crap.
Yeah, I do not have that much money. Okay. I guess I'm
Okay,
in.
let's. Yep, let's do it.
Nice.
All right. You guys begin venturing. About 10 feet in, the stones fold back, looking like just a wall behind you. As you guys make your way further down, pulling you in here. About 400 feet in, the cavern, or the cave rather, begins to kind of turn into molded stone. You see the door and old ruined steps, what appears to be the front of a very, very old castle, a fortress of some kind. These big double doors sit behind, in front of you, closed. Saphir, get out of there. This is the end of the tunnel, and this stone looks probably older than 500 years old. It looks very old. What do you guys do?
Does it just look like a doorway we can go through?
It literally looks like the front of a castle, like the door, the around, like surrounding it looks like stone has crumbled around. You can't really see any other part of the castle, and it almost feels like this castle might be inside a large. Do you know that big mountain that is behind the D&D tavern?
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
very likely could go up, down. You don't know whether it was here before the mountain, built into the mountain, but it's a castle essentially inside of a mountain, or at least the door of a castle.
Dang.
Um,
Is there
I
any
think.
of us tall enough to try to open the door?
Everyone but you, probably.
Okay.
Do you guys think we should knock first?
I was
Alright.
gonna say some
Whatever.
type of check to look for traps around the edge of the door frame.
Okay. Roll an investigation. Is it the lighting and the music that has everyone cautious all of a sudden?
I
Seems
rolled a
pretty
6.
No, it's our DM.
Oh, you guys haven't.
Yeah, I don't see shit. I'm still.
That's why you're
Go
not.
to your character.
Okay.
But my character's not even showing.
Oh.
I had to hit the arrow key for me to be able to get moved.
There. Is that better?
Yeah. Okay. I thought this was theater of mind, what you were saying.
What'd you roll for your investigation?
6.
Okay. Looks fine, just very old.
Okay. With it looking like this, I just want to try opening it.
I want to move away from the entrance.
The door is heavy, but as you push on it with enough effort, it slowly swings open with an eerie, a musty smell wafts through the hallway and comes to your nose. You can see what looks strangely like a flickering light of a fire, a couple pages, and what looks like a chest sitting next to some block stone.
I see a chest.
I would like to check out those papers.
As you approach the papers, one of them has a very large handprint and blood smeared across it with little clumps of hair, coarse hair stuck in the blood. Some others are ripped up. The one that has any legible writing on it appears to have a list of names, very old and hard to read.
Dang. And we're still not even in the dungeon yet.
Based on the look around, it doesn't look like the delvers that discovered this have done that much exploration yet. If they have, it's been very light-footed in and out type missions from just how things around, the dust on the floor looks relatively untouched.
On the door.
I'm gonna gather up the papers and put them in my bag for later research.
Okay.
Okay, looking around, do we see anything?
Roll perception.
Oh, jeez. I got a 8.
Looking around, some of the obvious things would be the strange fire that's burning. There's no smoke coming out of it, as no, or very minimal smoke rather, as there's no like source of ignition. There's no wood or anything like that inside the brazier. Hold on, let me cough. You also see a block of stone here that's different colored than the rest of the stone. The bookcases have been turned around facing the wall and pushed against the wall, as well as this chest here.
Can I investigate the chest?
Sure. As you approach it, it looks like a old wooden iron banded chest.
Can I open it or no?
Would you like to?
From the side here, I would like to use my staff and attempt to open it.
Okay. As you open it, there's a nice linen lining on the inside. As you use your staff to open it, it looks like there's been some jewelry that was placed in there, though it looks like it had been looted. It looks like there was a place for a ring and a necklace laden into the lining.
Is the lining removable?
Yes. If you had a knife, for sure.
Can I try to remove the lining to see if there's anything underneath?
Sure. As you cut away the lining, it's kind of like this old, worn, velvety material. The only thing that you find in there is a very, very old, yellowed piece of parchment that just says, "For my love," at the bottom.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that in there.
What's everyone else doing?
Can I turn these bookcases around?
Yeah, with enough strength, you're able to turn the bookcase. This one.
Is there any books that I recognize?
How are you? Can you describe to me how you're going about turning these? Because the top one's pretty precariously placed on top of the bottom.
I don't know what you mean.
Like, would you just pull it and let the top one fall? Are you gonna try to like carefully lower the top one?
Could I use Mage Hand at the same time to move both at the same time?
Mage Hand holds 10 pounds.
It would help like stabilize it.
I could help you.
Okay.
All right, as you guys both come over, you slowly lower the top one from the bottom and turn the bottom, exposing some very moldy water damaged books. Some of, like, the binding looks relatively okay, but a lot of the pages look like they've been damaged heavily.
We do the same to this bookcase over here.
Sure. As you turn it, you can tell that some of the stone here is giving way, threatening to collapse, and it looks like someone was using the bookcases to try to stabilize the rocks.
I would like to investigate the rock being different. Roll another investigation.
Sure.
Do I see any cracks or doors or... Oh, sorry, it fell off. 5 plus... Well, what am I looking for? Perception or what?
It'd be investigation.
8 again.
They look like they're crumbling, and you can see very, very old damage marks. Like it almost looks like it'd been cut or scored by some kind of metal at some point. One of the books on the bookcases, and fortunately one of the lesser damaged, though still damaged, it's written in an older version of Common, so some of the language is a little bit obscure, but there's an old map of some of the known world. It's a book with like a series of maps in it.
That would be an interesting thing to have.
We grab it?
Sure. It's got kind of a musty smell to it, but all in all, for it being as old as it is, it's in pretty good condition. The edges of the paper are water damaged, but it's not too bad.
What's it called?
We could just call it the Book of the World. It doesn't have a title on it.
So, along the bottom, is there a book that is... Well, I'll look for a book that's pretty much too far gone to be useful anymore.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of those.
I look for one that's just like right on the border, maybe a little bit south of it, where it's only barely too far gone. And I'll cast Prestidigitation on it to clean it.
Okay.
I'm using this to test to make sure it doesn't like just smash the book.
So as it begins cleaning the damage and the dirt off of the book, it doesn't like crumble the pages or anything, but the areas that the ink has been worn from the water, the ink doesn't return back to its original state, but the damage basically dries out. You can still see where it was a little bit more wrinkled, I guess. I don't know how to... The texture's different where the water damage was,
Right.
but the water, the mold and all that stuff itself has been removed from the book.
Yeah, like you've properly dried a page. Okay,
Right.
I'm gonna do this on our book that we got here. Hey, let me see that book real quick.
Okay.
And I clean the book that we left also.
Okay. It's got a little bit of damage to it. What little bit of dirt and mildew is on it is cleaned with your magic. And as you're cleaning it, flipping it through, there's tons and tons of islands displayed that you've never heard of before. Interestingly enough, war is actually inside the book as well.
Nice.
Is this fire hot?
Hmm?
Is this fire hot?
Yes. As you get close to it, you can actually see there's like a bright lettering underneath the flame written into the brazier that the fire is emitting out of.
Like an enchantment type of deal?
Yeah, like a rune inscribed at the bottom of the brazier that's emitting flame.
I believe the word's
Do I
pronounced
recognize-
brazier.
Whatever.
Do I recognize the enchantment?
If you went up and looked at it, you would probably recognize it as an older flame rune, yeah. It was pretty commonly used by nobility in their castles and stuff to have fires without smoke, or at least limited smoke.
Looking at the
There's a
walls,
door
is
over
there
here,
water
guys.
damage? Okay.
What'd you say?
Looking at the walls, is there water damage? Like, was it
Yeah.
flooded?
It doesn't so much look like it was like flooded, but water has been seeping in through the walls. You can actually see the moisture still on the stone.
Okay. I think that was my last question for now. These braziers, are they... Oh, that's not a brazier. It's just for the barrel. Never mind. Is that blocked off? Or can you see through it?
What?
This grate,
grate?
with bars?
There's small holes in the stone, but it does look like whether it's the stone tunnel itself that it was, or the rock surrounding, it's had a collapse on the inside.
Okay.
There's probably enough room for like a rat to get through, though.
Well,
As you approach the door, the handle, you see another mark, dried blood, rather large handprint with some tufts of hair stuck to the handle. It's very tacky and old brown.
Maybe if that stuff at the handle looks old, maybe the way that the Delvers found was that that stone in the wall.
The dust surrounding the base of the door looks like it has been opened relatively recently.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can I check the door for traps?
Sure, roll an investigation.
Is that a D20?
Yes.
We needed a specialist for that.
Ain't none of us trusting this DM, man.
he said that there was going to be more traps and puzzles in this campaign.
Traps are pretty sweet, though.
6, and you said it was investigation?
Yes.
I have 2. Guess that means 8 total.
It doesn't appear to be trapped, no. Appears like an ordinary door.
Everybody cool with me opening the door?
Oh boy.
Let's open the door.
As you do so, you feel a little bit of resistance. And, oh, I'm sorry, this door opened the wrong way. There we go. A little bit of resistance, and you hear a snap. A wire that was attached to the inside of the handle going back to this wall snapped as you open the door. And you hear in the distance, "Ah!"
Oh, that's lovely.
Well, they know we're here.
I'm
Bet
getting
you
ready
she
to
has
fight
morning
something.
breath.
And then it goes eerily quiet.
Make the stealth roll.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to go stealth as well.
I rolled a 21.
Yes! I got a nat 20 plus 5.
Nice.
Well, in the
As
past,
you enter-
were wanting the stealth rolls like only when you call them. Is that right?
If you're wanting to preemptively stealth, I'm okay with that. There's a door
Okay.
immediately to your right. That's old wood, decaying, weathered, wet. And then you see a statue embedded into the wall to your left, and some odd stone here.
Flashbacks to that crazy statue area.
Mm-hmm. Can I try this door on the right here?
Sure. As you grab the latch, it very easily swings open. Inside, there's some weathered boxes, wet, and a chest on a table. There's a box just underneath that table.
I would like to look at this box under the table and the chest, please.
As I'm opening them,
Yes, but I'm gonna again be off to the side and open it with my staff.
okay.
So anything, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna open this box. Make sure you're not in the way of anything flying out of it."
I shrug.
Silas.
As you enter into this area, this crate, opening it up, it's kind of a similar thing. There's a lining about halfway down in the crate, and the top, it looked like there was some straw, and what was ever laid on the straw has been removed.
Hmm.
But like I said, it only goes about halfway.
Yeah, I'd like to cut
Like
that lining
the-
out to see if there's anything underneath that.
Sure. As you cut open, you can see some dusty bottles just past the lining.
Is there
I'd
anything
like to
written on the
pull up-
bottles?
Written on it, no. As you pull them out, though, it looks like one of them could very easily be described as a potion of healing. Potentially, it looks like ones you've seen before. You're not entirely sure, but it looks like it.
Okay.
And then, what is that other bottle? I'm checking my notes here.
While you're checking your notes, can I point out to the group that there's a theft over here by me?
That there's a what?
Yes.
The other one is a potion of poison resistance.
I would like to
Well,
wrap those up with that lining and stick them in my bag of holding, and then I would like to investigate that chest.
Okay.
Doing the same thing.
Excuse me. Okay. As you reach over and open that chest, you feel your staff get pulled into the chest, a long purple sticky tongue wrapping around your chest as the lid flies
Mimic.
open. Roll
Uh,
initiative.
uh,
Or just her.
Um,
I am
It-
close to the door. I was off to the side, but just
it'd be, yeah, I'd say it's everyone. Everyone would have heard it.
sorry, guys.
I had a feeling
Yeah,
there
no
was
problem.
gonna be a mimic. Nice.
Why
I'll
would there
take it.
not be a mimic?
Well,
We need to roll a d20.
Hold on. Get rid of this.
yeah, and you'll be adding your dex modifier to it. Red 14.
Willow, 9.
This was almost mom.
I got 8.
21.
Willow, what did you get?
9.
And you got an 8, Silas?
Mhm.
Okay. On its first grab, when it grabs her staff, let's see here. It takes the staff and pulls it out. Make a strength saving throw, Mom.
$18, 19, 20, 22, 23.
Oh, okay. You're actually able to maintain control of the staff as it attempts to pull it away from you, and its teeth are running towards you closer and closer and closer. It's full attention, wanting to eat juicy, juicy gnome. Clamsy.
I pull out my scimitars and come in for a whack.
We need Mayra with her entanglement.
I have extra attack now. Yay!
Yay.
Aw. Nat one.
Did we sleep in between exiting the dungeon last time? And...
Yeah,
Oh,
for
for
sure.
sure. Yeah, it's been 5 days. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So my first one was a nat 1. And am I able to use an extra attack?
Yes.
Okay. Yay, that was better. Yeah. 19 plus 7.
So your first hit glances off the kind of iron band that it has wrapped around its mimic form, and then the second hit hits. Roll damage.
7 damage.
Okay. It reels back in pain and hisses. This horrible stench coming out of its mouth. Its tongue loosens slightly on the staff. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have my bonus action disengage yet.
It lets go of the staff with its tongue, and it lashes out, trying to grapple the gnome to pull it into its mouth.
Ooh. It still could be mom.
He only rolled a 7 to hit, though, unfortunately. Red.
Whew.
So the tongue flies by your head, missing, smacking into an old, rotted piece of wood, and going into the mimic's mouth.
So its grapple is like an attack.
Yes.
Cool.
Sorry, I didn't think ahead to move a little to the side.
Can I get there?
Yep.
Cool. I want to whack it with a stick.
Do it.
I'm gonna whack it.
Oh, nice. 21.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. 9 bludgeoning.
Very nice. The wood facade on its body kind of cracks as you hit it, and then the appearance gives way, exposing some flesh, and blood flies up from the impact.
That's all I got.
Willow.
Okay, so if I have a question. If I drop my staff and grab my scimitar off my waist, is that my move?
Nope, that's an interaction.
Okay. So I would like to drop my staff and grab my scimitar and attack it using my scimitar.
Okay.
That's 12. 20 to hit.
Hits.
And then a D6. Sorry, I don't have that out. Okay. 2 plus 5, 7 slashing.
Slashes across its body. You actually see blood begin to ooze out of what looks like wood. The little eyeball that it has on its front, snake-like eyeball, begins looking around, trying to find it out, but it can't.
I would like to use my action surge. No, actually, no, I'm not, because there's going to be worse stuff ahead.
Well, you have multi-attack. You don't need to action surge for another
Okay.
attack.
I'm gonna.
So
attack
for now
again.
on, since you're a level 5 fighter, anytime you take the attack action, you always get 2 attacks.
Okay, I would like attack again. Ooh, a nat 20.
Nice.
This 5. So I got another 7 now. 2 plus 5 slashing.
2 plus 5.
Yeah.
So that's 7 times 2, 14.
But yeah, because it's a nat 20, so it gets doubled because it's a critical hit.
Oh, sweet.
As you come in, the scimitar pierces right through the inside of the mouth and slices its tongue straight off. You watch as the hinges fold backwards and the body loses its camouflage and turns to this kind of like yucky, inside-out clam-looking creature, exposing as it dies this small purple pearl.
Do I see any eggs?
Hooray!
I
Or
would-
however
Thank you.
mimics make their babies?
There isn't any eggs in this mimic, no, but there is a mimic pearl laying before you.
So was this that chest that they're at, or is that this chest that's over here?
The
I
chest that
thought
we're at, right?
Yeah.
I thought you looted that chest already.
No, there was a box underneath the table
Okay,
below the
So, as that mimic dies, I want to say, "Don't ever touch my staff." And then if Cal wants that pearl, she can have it.
I'll grab it. I am in the search for a baby mimic to train.
I want to
Good.
point out to the group that
I
there's
got
another
plans.
chest over here.
Fascinating. I'd be really curious to find out about those plans.
I bend over and pick up my staff.
Mimic pearl.
So,
Let me write
just
that
so
down.
everyone is aware, a mimic pearl, the pearl itself can be consumed, ingested, which
Ooh.
temporarily grants the consumer the ability to
Oh.
mimic the appearance and voice of any creature it has seen or heard before temporarily. It only lasts for a short duration. Also, it's used in some alchemy, like potion making. It's a primary
Oh.
ingredient in the more powerful disguise, illusion, transformation elixirs. It's also
Cool.
used like if you're making enchanted jewelry that is used to like
I was hoping
disguise
it
or
was a baby
transform.
mimic.
No, it's an ingredient.
Early on that baby thing.
Party has baby fever.
Not just baby
Women,
mimics.
am I right?
At this point, though, I would like to still have my scimitar on my waist, secure my staff to my back, and pull out my longbow to be on the ready. And I'm going to continue to move stealth.
Sure. Can I request that someone keeps track of the things that we loot so that
I
if
am.
you're selling them to Milo, he can keep track.
I've got Book of the World, Potion of Healing, Potion of Poison Resistance, and the Purple Pearl.
Okay. Hunter, were you opening that chest over there?
Well, I thought about it, but now that you're asking, it kind of feels suspicious.
I'm gonna ask every box and chest, so
Go for it, bro.
Constant vigilance.
Can I check for traps?
sure, make an investigation check.
Oh, fuck me.
Can we help with the investigation?
Yeah, you can help and it gives him advantage.
If you
All right. I will help him with it so he can have 2 rolls for advantage. You can roll again, Silas. Or Falcom. What do I call you in
Silas
here?
is right. Silas is right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
character name's good.
Oh, that's better.
That's better.
Plus,
Willow comes over and points some areas that she's heard commonly hold traps, and none of the areas that she points to have any indicators of a trap.
okay. I'm gonna use Mage Hand to open the chest, though.
Okay. It opens and roll a nothing because inside, sorry.
It's already been looted.
No, it hasn't been looted. But the reason it hasn't been looted is because I need to make a sleight of hand check to try to open the lock that's on the chest.
What?
Sleight of hand, I got
Yeah.
2.
So Mage Hand is not all that dexterous, sadly.
12.
So it takes a little bit of time, but with the old lock being mostly rusted out, finagling around, kind of just haphazardly inside, eventually the mechanism clanks open. And inside the unlooted chest is a roll a d100.
Ooh.
I don't know
Yay.
what that is.
Why does he get the cool stuff? I get a freaking mimic.
Mimics are cool. You got a mimic pearl.
Yeah, that was
What's
good.
100?
Maybe
A
screw it.
D100, you can either roll it online. There's a dice for it, but you can take. Do you see the double zeros when you hit space and open the dice menu?
Uh-huh.
So take a D10 and one of the double zeros and roll them together.
83.
That's passing.
I want to buy you a dice set really bad.
Ooh. You find a potion of teleportation beacon.
Wow.
I'm gonna put that in my bag. I don't know what
That
it is.
sounds fancy.
It marks the drinker's current location for future teleportation. So you drink
Ooh.
half the
Oh,
potion.
I have a way to get to my house now.
So you drink half the
potion.
potion in the location that you want to teleport to, and then you drink the rest of the potion when you want to teleport back to that location.
It was called
And
a
what's it
potion
called?
of teleportation. What?
Beacon.
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 Two types of people as like if we go really deep in the dungeon, you can teleport back there.
He personally can teleport himself.
To my house!
I'm going to my house. Not right now, obviously, but you know. It's pretty cool.
I want to check out those doors. Why is there doors here if there's a hallway that goes around them?
As you approach and investigate them, they appear like doors. Would you like to open them?
Cool.
Should we investigate the statues first?
You wanna open them?
It looks like I can get on the other side of that door. This
Is
way.
there a way that I can ready myself while I open them? Or, you know,
Open them. Open them.
I don't trust you.
Hmm.
Let's go.
You open them, and there's a set of two doors, but they're not actually doors. They're short closeted, and they have a series of spikes in them. In them, you see two very old skeletons pierced by the Iron Maidens. These are two Iron Maidens.
Wow.
Ugh. Do the skeletons have any stuff along the bottom or around their skeletal necks?
There's like very raggedy, decayed clothing, and it's like very old. There's no skin or flesh left on them as their jaws hang down and their empty eye sockets kind of stare at you, dangling there.
Grizzly.
Is there a god of death or the afterlife that you could pray to give them like a peace of mind for, you know, peaceful passing?
If you'd like to pray to your god, you can, yeah. There isn't like a designated, like, the god over death is often the serpent, the world serpent, but he has kind of a bad rap. People don't normally pray to him.
Yeah, I don't think my Lord of the Sea really covers that, so.
Pat him on the head. Sorry, shut the Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I get it. Other people can continue to go on. I need to read the different gods real quick.
You said you're looking up the gods?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
says you guys can go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to hold you guys back, but I'm interested in doing this part.
There's a broken barrel and a sealed barrel to your left as you come through this little area.
Give the sealed barrel a little rap.
Give it a what?
A little rap with a knuckle.
The thud indicates that it's full of something. It doesn't sound hollow.
Am I able to smell something on the top of it without opening at all?
The top is pretty well preserved. There's some kind of packing agent, very old, that goes around all the creases.
Ooh, nice. Looks like it's well preserved. You you guys just want to loot this on the way out, maybe?
Silas, drink half that potion now so we can teleport to this location.
I was gonna say, what if it helps us
Potion
on our
is
journey,
wisdom.
though?
We'll buy a new one.
There's
Uh,
not like a description what each god.
I guess. What I was thinking was just take it with us on the way back up.
But what if we get out a
Calamity,
different way and we don't
there
come
isn't-
back?
There isn't really
Yeah.
like in the Greek deity, there isn't like a Hades figure. Like each one has like a different domain or like is seen as more wisdom or strength, but there isn't one that reigns over death per se. So people normally just pray to whatever god they favor for most things.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys.
Don't
I
want to
guess-
be the bearer of bad news, but I do see another chest in front of us.
That's the bearer of good news.
Especially if they have a lock on them, that means those greedy motherfuckers haven't taken them yet.
I send a prayer up to Hipporos,
Okay.
just asking for their peaceful passing.
Are we able to get past this?
Yeah, you can climb around. It's tough terrain, but yeah, you can squeeze around it.
Well, wait, did we loot this chest thing here? This barrel?
No.
I would like to try to loot it.
Okay.
Okay. You gonna crack the seal open?
Yeah.
Wait, let me back up. What if it's like explosives?
I'm actually gonna get close just in case it's like poisonous, like I'll cast Warding Wind.
So as you take out a knife and cut the seal,
Shift click.
you're greeted with the aroma of oak and
Oh
these
my.
rich, ripe fruits, blackberries, dried figs, currants, however you say it, with this warm, earthy undertone of vanilla and spice. There is a very well preserved, very, very old ruby red wine within the barrel.
Hmm.
I bet it's very well aged.
Can I taste it?
Sure. As you
I would.
You guys think it's a good idea or a bad
are you
idea?
like dipping your hand in or like using the cup? How you doing it?
I'd like to mage hand it up to my mouth. No.
I'd like the water bend it up to my mouth. I don't know. I don't have a. Yeah, I guess I'll just get it from the barrel itself.
As you take a sip, your palate is greeted with a symphony of flavors that dance across your tongue in pure harmony. Velvety smooth textures. It coats your mouth like silk. Very complex flavors unfolding inside your mouth. These dark fruits and the oak and vanilla flavor coming together with a hint of warm that is arguably the best wine you've ever tasted in your life.
And then slowly you begin to feel your teeth drop.
Always waiting for the ball to drop.
I would like to take some of the more valuable spices and go ahead and stick them in my bag of holding.
Oh, it's not.
Those are
like.
those are
No,
elements
it's literally.
of the wine.
Yeah. The spice is
It's-
mixed with the wine.
I think we should-
So it's just a bottle of wine?
But no, it's a barrel full of wine.
Can we reseal the barrel?
Oh.
You can put the lid back on and take that
Oh.
packing agent that you took off and put it roughly in the seams. But now that it's broken open, it's you would have to have a packing agent to get it sealed back to how it was. Like it's not
See, I
going to go
see.
bad quickly, but now that it's
Well,
been
I would like-
exposed,
I would like to try to do that. Try to reseal it as best as I
Sure.
can.
you definitely get this wine would go for a pretty penny. It's very, very good wine.
I was just seeing what kind of containers I got. I can bring it back.
Well, I got a bag of holding.
Yeah, I was supposed to say I got a bag of holding. I have a hammer. Some rope.
Nobody happens to have the mending spell, would they?
I don't believe I do.
No.
Let me check.
Too bad.
No. Could I
got
conjure
another-
find?
Was that?
I was gonna say, could I conjure find steed and use my horse to help us carry it through?
How long does that last? Conjure, find steed.
I believe it's a 10-minute cast, and then it's just you permanently have that horse.
I mean,
That
it'll
is-
fit in our bag of holding just fine.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's 10-minute
I would-
cast
I
and
would-
then it lasts. So it's up to you.
I would like to fill up my water skin first with it, and then help Cal stick it in her bag of holding.
Okay. Just for reference, this wine could easily go for thousands of credits. Like, it's a very nice wine.
Yeah, that's why I want to bring it all and try to.
Should
Keep
we
it as
try
safe
to
as we
tie
can.
it with a rope?
Yeah,
to
I was
keep
gonna
the lid
say,
on?
let's try to tie it up
yeah.
with the rope and seal it the best we can, and then load it into
Okay.
Cal's bag.
Alright, let me do it. Okay, so you guys are able to get it on enough that it's not going to spill over like a slight tip. If it tipped upside down or more than 90 degrees, the lid would likely come off, but it looks like it's pretty well sealed for now.
Excellent.
I'm gonna call it fancy wine.
Okay.
It's separate from the list of my other stuff in my pack, so we know what we have found.
I'm also kind of excited about this one. Onward, I say a little bit too loud.
I'm not gonna do a perception check this time on this chest. You guys can.
Caitlin, the wine, if you want to, it's called Eldermist Reserve. Or Elder Mist Reserve.
Did you catch that I filled up my water skin first, Michael?
I did. I saw that you put a couple $100 worth of credits into your water skin.
Okay.
As you come by, there's this odd feeling of being watched coming from your left, Red. A door to your right. You can hear slight shuffles of footsteps to your right, and a chest towards your front.
Wow. A feeling of being watched from my left, shuffles from the right, and the chest to the front.
Yes.
What's going on?
Wonka wonka wonka.
Okay. I will walk forward, kind of expecting something to fly at me.
Okay. As you walk forward, this statue here of like this bird figure humanoid folded up into itself. The eyes fold open, and you can see these like diamond gemstones staring at you, and they seem to be almost following you.
Oh, I turn my head and look at it.
And it continues just to look at you.
I try to hide behind this this edge over here.
Its head does not move, but the eyes move towards the edge, angled. You can actually see the stones moving inside of its eyeballs.
Looks like the statue is watching us. I say out loud.
Watching you, brother. Watching you.
I don't know if you guys have the sound on for Talespire, but he said it looks like the statue's watching us, and then the soundtrack did this like.
Yeah, I
kinda
heard
creepy.
that. Can I thunk these barrels to see if they also are full of something?
Sure. Each one has like a slightly different sounding thunk, but they do have stuff inside of them.
Check.
Are they sealed like the last barrel?
No. They're sealed, but not like the last barrel, no. As in, like, there's a lid on it, and it's tight, with like a leather strap around the lid, but it's not like a packing gauze or anything to keep moisture and air out.
Yeah, I wish we had seen these ones first before that one.
So who's gonna check on the chest?
So
under the
I
table?
still in stealth mode, Mike. If I step out, does the eyes move at all, or are they still on red?
Roll a stealth check. And this is still in stealth mode.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
They stay on red.
Okay, so I would like to just go ahead and move on past.
Okay.
Are y'all ready? Are you ready for this?
Sure.
I'm gonna hide behind this corner over here. Just in case.
Do I see anything as far as any traps or anything on this chest?
Investigation.
I've not been doing good on investigation rolls. 19.
In the future,
20,
try
21,
to
22.
just assume that I'm going to, if you're like doing something like that, just preemptively roll the investigation check.
Okay.
It appears to be a locked, mundane chest.
Hello, Amora.
I don't have. Let me look. I don't have anything to pick a lock. Does anybody have anything to pick a lock?
You can also smash the lock off.
Yeah, but then they're gonna know I'm over here.
I got a quarterstaff, I got a dagger.
I'm gonna slowly turn and like make a turning motion with my hand. Like, does anybody got a pick?
I have a crowbar, a hammer, and titans.
Should
Yeah,
I
so-
smash it? And then I grab my scimitar and I hold it up to my crew. Like, should I?
Like
I-
a scimitar?
I gesture. It's not like a shrug. It's like a yeah. I don't know what that gesture would be called. Like a very mixed response.
Me loving my swords, I shudder
Hmm.
at the thought of using it to open
I-
a lock.
I
Brutally.
put my scimitar back down on my hip and I grab my staff and I'm just gonna, as hard as I can, hit down on this lock in a downward motion.
Okay, make a strength check.
I was already rolling. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
The sound echoes throughout the hall, but the lock busts open. You hear a from behind this wall, this door.
Ambulance?
Behind that door?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
This rock back here, I never looked at it. But does it look like the part of the castle caved in? And that's why that's there?
Yeah, looking up, it actually looks like there was a rock slide or rock fall.
You
I'm
guys
gonna
wanna
get
try
as-
some of the tubes?
Close to the wall as I can, and I'm gonna use my staff to open this chest.
You guys watch as the gnome disappears inside the chest. Now, roll a d100 as you slide it open.
I don't have that, Michael.
It's in game. Take the 0, 0, and the 10 and roll it together.
And the 10?
Mm-hmm.
And how do I roll it? I've got them pulled up.
You just roll them together. Take it,
Drag
shake
and
it,
drop 'em.
drop it.
Oh, wow, that's a
32.
big number.
So you find two things in there. You find these old, ornate marble coasters. And re-roll that. .
I think you can just grab the dice and pick them up and drop them again.
2.
Doesn't feel right, because one of them should have been double zeros, right?
Yeah, 00 means 0 unless it's also got a 1. Right?
Yeah, I believe
No,
so.
unless it's also got a 10.
Right. If it's got a 10, it's 100, isn't it? I don't know. The game says 2, so I'm going to go with 2. All right. There's also a pair of boots inside. The coasters are mundane, but there is magical energy emanating from the boots.
Yay, boots!
I'm gonna
Okay.
put both of them in my bag of holding.
Okay. They look like this.
Cool.
They're very cool looking.
I'm gonna do minor illusion and put a red blindfold over this little boy's eyes, the statue's eyes.
Okay, just so you don't have to see it looking at you anymore.
Sure, whatever.
All right. Is anyone doing anything with these barrels?
Yeah, I would like to. I don't know if I want to open them or just pack them away to look at later. What would
So
you guys
with the
rather have?
leather strap, these should be resealable if we just restrap it.
Okay.
Or we could just like not damage it and just take them anyways.
Break it, break it.
Guess we could prop them up and open each one, see if they're worth even bringing with us.
Just take a hammer and just break them open.
No,
I
that
didn't
creature
think
in
of
the
that.
door didn't like that noise.
What are we doing, guys?
I just told you. Propping them up and opening them.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking. Okay, so inside there's 3 different things. One of them is a barrel full of spices. One of them is a barrel full of, it looks like supplies for very, very, very old swords. They've got rust on them, but it looks like some supplies. They look like swords that would be used by like guards, and the barrel's packed full of them in their scabbards. So you got spices, swords, and then the final one is a cheaper meat quality that's very densely packed with salt. It looks inedible at this point, but it was preserved salted meat that basically is just jerky, really tough jerky at this point.
Okay. I personally
Tough
think
jerky is still jerky, but
I mean, yeah, it's just tough. And the spices, sumac.
That's poisonous.
yeah, I only recognize that as poison sumac.
It's like a lemony Middle Eastern. In real life, it's like a Middle Eastern tangy type spice.
Ooh, neat.
So I'm probably
Hey.
just gonna grab the barrel of spices.
Okay. It's like
Willow's
a red
been pretty brave thus far. I think somebody else needs to step up to the plate and open that door.
Yeah, of course, the one that had
You
the
got-
zombie noise coming behind it.
Are we not doing anything about this statue before we do
He
that?
covered his eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, he
that
put
way
a-
I don't have to
he put-
look at it.
He put an illusion over its eyes. Alright, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
As you reach
I'm
forward
ready,
and
so-
touch the door, the statue's mouth drops open, and you guys watch as a series of 3 purplish rings jut out straight at the person opening the door. And you feel this like draining energy on you as the door opens. you feel heavy and slow. Your movement speed is halved, and you can see as you open the door what looks like a burial room or of some sort. It's got like this weird symbol on the floor with looks like a burial site and two zombies that you can see. As you open the door, they turn, their head kind of hanging on its flesh, and they begin running as fast as they can towards you. They're pretty slow themselves. Roll initiative.
Flesh?
Question: Is that debuff? Is that on all of us, or is it just red?
Currently, it's just on red.
Nice.
19, yes. Plus dexterity, right?
Yep.
I'm sad. This is the
21.
second time I've rolled a nat
3.
one.
Red 3.
Well,
I
if it
got
makes
a
you guys feel
19.
better, my zombies rolled really shitty.
Mine is a
Did
5.
they roll worse than 3?
No. Well, one did, but no.
I see.
What'd you roll, a 5?
Yeah, I rolled
3.
a 5. He rolled a 3.
Okay. One of them rolled a nat 1.
I also rolled
Same
a
here.
nat 1.
I have a 19, Michael.
Their dexterity is pretty garbage.
My dexterity is a 4.
He rolled a 1, but he technically rolled a -1. And then, a 6, 4. Oh, so he still did better. What'd you roll, Caitlin?
I rolled a nat 1, but plus 4 for my initiative, so a 5.
Okay. All right, Willow, it's your turn. You can hear them. Weapons scraping as they begin walking towards Red.
Crap, I don't know if this guy is going to shoot me too.
Question real quick.
Can I see them from this corner?
No. You can hear them, but you can't see them. What's your question?
Why am I not going first? I got 21.
Yeah.
Because when I did the thing, it for some reason put you second. Get back there. It's Silas's turn.
No worries.
You're first on the initiative, but for some reason it put Willow when I hit. I don't know.
We can move how many?
You can move 25, but give me a second. I need to see
I
if the
thought
statue.
he could move 30 because I can.
He can move 30.
25.
I'm at 30. Give me a second, guys. I got a lot of stuff going on. I
Per
gotta see if
tiles,
the
5.
statue recharges. It does not recharge, so you're free to move 30 feet.
And per tile is 5.
Yes.
I go right here.
You shall not pass. You shall not pass.
Okay. Now you said earlier that you're preemptively allowing us to do stealth, but now you want us to do stealth every time?
What do you mean? How are those two different things?
I thought preemptively meant that
Preemptively means that you can roll stealth before combat. You can be like, hey, I want to roll stealth.
That roll was put because Michaela moved and then rolled stealth, and she rolled shitty, so she decided to move back and not move. Which is why he put that roll there.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Which
Gotcha.
zombie is it that has the first move? I guess we'll tell me that. 7.4.
I think what you
Sometimes
just
hard.
said sounded worse than it was. It was like, oh, I'm not feeling stealthy. I'm not going to move.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on this one.
Okay, I'm peeing. I'll be right back at my computer. It is metagaming, though, because if you would have moved, it's not like you know how stealthy you are before you decide to take a
Right.
step. You know what I mean? Like, I understand if you had, like, a debuff on yourself, like, making yourself feel heavy or loud or something, but to be like, okay, I'm going to sneak over here, and then you roll and you're like, never mind, is a little meh. All right, which one are you hitting?
One is on the left.
Okay. What do you got? Ray of Frost. Yep. Ray of Frost.
Yeah,
I think
shows
that's an
that
attack
too.
spell.
It'll
On a
take 1d8.
What's the what did you roll for your spell attack?
So roll a 20.
A d20, yep. Plus your spell hit modifier.
Oh, I can't.
And it looks like 4 plus.
So it'll be
That,
plus your proficiency plus your casting modifier. So charisma as a sorcerer.
So 4 plus 5 is for charisma. And then you said proficiency bonus?
Yep.
3. So 4 plus 5 is 9, 12.
Okay, so your plus to hit on spells will be plus 8 for this level. And that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's a D8. So that's that one. 5.
All right.
Little exclamation point.
It blasts. You see the frost creeping inside of its rib cage as it blasts a zombie. Chunks of flesh fly off the back of it.
Okay, that's all my turn.
Willow.
I would like to use telekinetic movement on this statue and turn it so it's facing the wall.
It is like built into the wall. It's not like a standalone statue. It's like
Fuck.
That was a good plan, though. Dang
It
nabbit.
I'm not gonna make you waste your action because you would have seen that. It's just something your character would have seen that you didn't know as a player. So, what else would you like to do?
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to go in with my partners.
Okay, let me see if
I
the
rolled
statue
stealth.
recharges.
I rolled stealth, but I only rolled 10.
The statue does not shoot you in the back.
4. Okay, I can only
feel
get
like
to
it's
here.
gonna shoot me.
And then once I am in, do I see any of these creatures?
From where you are, no, you're tiny.
Okay. Well, that's all I can do, because all I
Clancy.
can do.
Alright. I'm gonna hope that it doesn't recharge on my movement, but I feel like it will.
It did.
So then how much? Because I can normally move 7 tiles.
Well, let's
Did you
see if
make
it
me
does the
save the
slow on
trap?
you. I gotta see what it does.
It can do more than just slow?
Kel's like, I wouldn't have moved!
I wouldn't have. I was planning on taking some extra clothes out and throwing it over the thing.
Oh,
Oh no,
God.
I like it.
Hold on.
That's a terrible laugh.
Hold on.
It really is.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please, Caitlin.
Not very
Can I help her with that?
Nope.
Oh, wrong.
What are you gonna do? Yell at her? Be wise.
Be her cheerleader.
You ought to look out.
Go, Cal. Go, Cal.
A solid 6.
A 6.
I rolled a 4 plus 2.
I need you to roll a d6, Caitlin.
8. No, that doesn't make sense. Wrong dice. A 2.
A 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gone.
Hold
I really
on.
wish I could double click her.
Give me a second.
Are you trying to double click up top on the turn order? Because that's moving me to you guys. And the zombies. Though I'm invisible currently.
Unfortunately, I don't have one for it. But Calamity, I'm going to leave you in your form. You guys watch as she turns into a frog.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Shrinks down to a small frog. Ribbit.
Is this permanent?
Definitely. You'll never be a human again.
I'm sad.
Right. Sad little toad. So you have 11 armor class and 1 hit point. And a movement speed of 20 from this point.
I'm gonna sit in this corner and cry. Ribbit cries.
Alright.
You need to
Does
find
Ray
the
of Frost
thing.
slow him down at all?
Yes.
Reduce 10 feet. He can only move 10 feet. That's insane.
So we
Okay.
can't move.
No, he can move 20 feet normally, but it's reduced by 10, so he can only move 10. So he moves up to there. Red, it's your turn.
Hmm. I'll just cast Arcane Armor on myself.
Okay. And end it
And
there.
that's my turn.
The gladiator moves forward. Wielding a big cudgel behind it. Silas.
So he's 25 feet. So he won't be able to get me in the next move. There. Okay, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on the one on the right.
Okay, make an attack roll. Remember to +8.
17, 23.
Hits. How much damage?
D8, right?
Well, yes.
6.
No. Your spells it does 2d8 now because you're level 5.
Oh. That's fair. 7.
Okay. Blast it, rib cage. You actually see like a clump of black blow out the back of it, what might have been its heart, fall onto the ground. It begins moving slower. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Willow. You hear
At
the
this point,
pitter patter of frog legs behind you and a ribbit.
I would like to use telekinetic movement and move the frog to my hand.
Okay.
And gently place it in a loose pouch I have tied to my waist so that she
Okay.
is secure.
Mournful frog noises now muffled from the pouch.
And then I want to ready myself.
Okay. Frog girl, what do you want to
Cry.
do? You're staying in the pouch?
Yep.
Okay.
I got 1 health.
How long does it? So he's gonna be able to move here. Trying to get up there. I didn't think about the
He had regular
disadvantage.
movement though.
Yeah, he did. He moved 20 feet. They don't move very quick. Red. Wait, did I move 20 feet?
Looked like it. 4 tiles.
Yeah.
Zombie soldier or zombie gladiator? Does one of them look more threatening?
This one looks like he might hit harder.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize one had moved that close, Mike.
It only just now did.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to cast haste on our girl here, Willow, and then close this door.
You feel this energy jitter about you, Willow, and you feel like you're Superwoman, like you could do anything. Very, very fast. The gladiator moves forward after being rayed of frost. They're now both at the base of the stairs. Silas, it's your turn. Silas.
I'm gonna do acid splash.
Okay.
Nice.
Doesn't matter which one I do. I can choose 2 creatures, so I choose both.
Okay.
And they're within 5 feet of each other. Target
Yep.
must succeed a dexterity saving throw, or take
Okay.
1d6 acid.
And they have horrible
Fifth levels.
dexterity.
So roll a d20.
So they got a 11 and a 14.
And they beat me.
Did they? What's your spell save DC? 8 plus 5
8.
plus 4 or 3?
I think I
No, your
got
spell DC is 16. It's not 8. So they
Wait,
both
what?
failed. Because your spell save DC is based on 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your casting modifier. So it's 16. They both fail.
I probably should move.
So they're going to take 1d6 damage.
Would it be 2d6? Could the
Well, they
level?
each... Well, yeah, you're right. They both take 2d6.
So roll 4d6?
No.
No.
What do I roll?
These.
2d6 twice, right? Or you're gonna use it for both?
I believe the attack it hits both of them for that damage.
Oh.
6, 6. Okay. You smell this kind of horrible smell as the acid begins eating away at the rotten flesh on the zombies. They stumble slightly. They look very, very hurt. More hurt than they already looked because they're zombies. Is that the end of your turn?
I can't move past them. They gotta spread out. I'm gonna move back and look this way then.
Where did they go?
Willow. They're both here at the base.
Okay, I'm just gonna take one step forward so that I can see them well.
Remember,
and
you're
I'm
hasted.
Huh?
Remember that you're hasted.
Correct. That just means I can move double my movement speed, correct?
Your movement speed's double, you have +2 to your AC, you have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you get an additional action.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so I would like to hit these boys with my bow. The first one is 16 plus,
Hits.
and the second one is 18 plus.
Hits.
All right, and then my crossbow is a D8. Scared. I have to keep putting my dice away because my cat steals them. Okay. The first one is a 2 plus 5 piercing, so
Okay.
7.
So
and the second one
go ahead.
is 6 plus 5.
So both of them are enough to kill the zombies, but I need to see if the undead fortitude functions. So the bolts go right through the head of both zombies. They stumble back on the brink of death. The undead aura around them, trying to sustain them. The first one fails, dying, collapsing to the ground. And the second one also dies, collapsing to the ground.
Okay, so I'm not going to need to use the last action or the.
Your haste is it's going to last for a total of 1 minute. So if you want to zoom around the room and look for things, it might be a good time to do it.
But zooming around the room can also have booby traps.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got Cal in my pocket, so I will choose not to do that.
Well, if it's a dex saving throw, then now's the perfect time to just trigger everything.
True.
Yeah?
Run, Gnome, run.
Well, I can hand Cal to Red, right?
Yeah, I'll take her real quick.
All right.
Go,
so
go.
I gently pull Cal out and hand her to Red, and I'm going to zoom around and see if I can find anything really quick without setting off any things. And I am going to do the stealth, and I rolled a 16 for stealth.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Is that the 20?
Yep. You have advantage.
At advantage?
Yep.
17 plus 5, 22.
As you begin rushing around the room super quickly, you miss a arrow flying past your face. Looking over, you see a skeleton archer hiding here in the corner.
Hiding where in the corner?
Right here.
Oh. Okay. Oh man, again?
Again.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
Can I see that skeleton?
You can.
All right, I would like to raise my bow and attack. Oh, my first attack is a 8.
Misses. He's in 3/4 cover.
And my second attack is an 11.
Misses. Hits the big block that he's hiding behind.
All right, and I would like to quickly run over to here. Get out of his sight.
As you do, he launches another one. He's shooting very quickly.
Is this
Frog
statue
lady.
here doing anything?
Now
Nope.
you've got a third attack you can do.
You do have a third attack.
Oh, well, crap. Before I move, then I would like to try
Technically,
one more
you
time.
have 4 attacks because you have attack, multi-attack, attack, multi-attack while you're hasted.
Okay. So I'm going to do 2 more attacks. 17, 21 to hit.
That one hits even with his cover.
8. That is not an 8. I don't know if I've got an 8, Michael. There it is. Got 7 plus 5, 12 piercing.
Right through his skull, you watch as the bones collapse into a pile of bones on the ground. And the room goes quiet. A few moments pass and your body feels greatly fatigued. You feel like you just have a hangover. Lethargy sweeps over you and you need to take a moment to rest. You can't move or take actions for a couple seconds.
Can I sit on this thing here?
You're literally just standing there with your hands on your knees, panting. It only lasts about 10 seconds, and then you feel fine.
I'm gonna look at the crew and say, well, that was exciting.
Yeah, way to go. You took him out.
You good with Cal, or you want me to take her back?
I put her on my shoulder, like around the collar. Here.
Okay. All right, what are we doing, guys?
Looking
Did I
around.
you said that I didn't find anything, Michael, right?
As you're running around, you started getting attacked. Looking around, you see the statues and then these little burial sites.
I'll knock on top of this one like it's a door.
I would like to kneel at this one and say a silent prayer for the ones that are entombed in here and ask for forgiveness for disrupting their lumber.
Ooh, good for you.
Slow clap.
Does that statue not do anything?
That statue is currently not doing anything, and if you look at it, it looks like the gems have been pried out of its eyes.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's
So
terrible.
you get some gems out of the other.
2 types of people. That's horrible. Money.
Mhm.
Mine is revenge. You'll never see again.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
I want to suddenly cast Firebolt on Caitlin.
Who has the frog?
Firebolt?
Me.
It's me.
Is it in a
Fuck.
pouch or are you holding it?
I
I've
think
got.
they said it was on somebody's shoulder.
Yeah, I've got her. Like,
That's on
Red,
Red's
a firebolt comes launching. Make a spell attack roll, Hunter.
16.
Hits.
I'll
Roll
never
damage.
forgive you.
2d10.
2d10. Yeah.
She's got 1 hit point.
The frog goes launching off of the shoulder. And as it does, getting scorched, flying through the air, you watch as the frog reverts back into Calamithy, landing against the wall and the stone. Calamithy, you yourself are going to take 13 fire damage as you
Wow.
turn back into Calamithy.
That's bullshit.
But at least you're a human again.
I would rather feel
what the heck was that?
And Red didn't take any damage from that firebolt. It just hit
No,
that
pretty
teeny tiny
accurate.
little frog.
I hit the frog.
Pretty accurate.
Like, you couldn't have whacked me with your hand really hard. It had to be a high damage spell.
I wasn't close to you.
Oh, fucking whack you. I didn't want to walk over there. It was beneath me.
You wanted me to get frog guts on my staff? Ew. Well, Caitlin, you're back to being a half elf.
How did you
So
know
that's
to
good.
do that?
He's a sorcerer. He knows about polymorphs.
Hmm.
If a creature polymorph takes damage past the health of its creature, then it reverts back to its normal form.
Hmm. Interesting.
Well, I suppose you're better off than you were. I bet.
No.
You're level
Okay,
5. You have like how much
so-
health?
Nothing happened from Red hitting that tomb or me praying for
I mean,
peace
you
for them all?
You guys prayed and he hit the tomb, but other than that, no.
Alright, let's come down here. What do I see?
What I see.
So the
You see more.
The skeleton archer was over here.
Yes.
Hmm.
As you come around, you see it looks like small footprints in the dust and the gems missing out of the statue's eyes.
Hmm. Do those footprints look fresh?
Fresh-ish, yeah.
Interesting.
They don't look human though.
They look animal or
Make an investigation check. What are you laughing about, Caitlin?
You might go on me.
10.
My hit point. They appear to be goblin
Hmm.
tracks.
Goblin tracks.
You think any of the gear of this guys that we just fought would be valuable?
So goblins are bigger than I am now, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, their eyeballs are gone, so I'm gonna walk up here.
A goblin is like basically the same size as you, height-wise, just thicker.
He's a chubby boy. Do I see anything in these barrels? These barrels look sus to me. Ooh, hey, there's some chests up there behind them, guys.
Are there eyeballs in those statues?
Which
No,
ones?
they've been pried out.
Okay, sorry if that was already seen. I'm suspicious.
Can I
There's a
climb up?
lock. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it with my staff.
Strength check.
18.
You hear in the distance and running footsteps running away as the sound echoes out.
Oh, that's probably that goblin then. All right, I'm gonna go
And
ahead and lift the chest.
roll a d100.
Woo!
Fancy.
Fancy.